Where's my phone? Oh, it's right here. I got it. Stop licking. Babe. Yee yee. We live. We live. Oh, there's the invitation from Nick's posted. Posted up on the cheese. Franchise foe. Fourth iteration of the franchise. Hi, Mr. Butters. Hi, buddy. My dog's actually hanging out with me right now. Only because my girlfriend's here, though. Isn't that right? Can you watch your language? I'm broadcasting to family-friendly people. Where the fuck is my stick?
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, it's Long. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, it's Duncan. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Out of the gun, Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following up to it too.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
First down, Duncan. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 24 yards. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchdown. It comes out to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Bernard. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, They've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Here comes the super heavy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Luck setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. A shotgun snap for Luck.
Oh, look at that. That is not, that's a fucking money play.
A good pickup there, a 22. First down, here's the run with Cook.
So fucking cheap.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend.
Are you fucking audible into the eye from fucking shot?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check it back, check it down, right. He's coming.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And that
Hey, look
going
at that play.
incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 45 the mark. Back to
Luck. He wants it all for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., 48 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Fucking
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We watched that play where we was watching. Watch that lefty end. Just watch him.
Scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield
Free
after
release.
the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bernard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Plus 7 height.
Picked up
Plus
by Mike
7
Hughes.
height.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 21-0 our score after 1. Throwing on 1st down. Bernard. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He doesn't even juke.
And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Go to the crib.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Duncan. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Monday. Still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. No. Off. Go ahead.
From the 31, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now Luck. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
On some corny shit.
I
Who
think it's
comes
pretty
out
safe
and
to say
single
that when
A's
you're up 3
fucking pair?
touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up
Fucking
there
3rd and 8.
and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. Bernard. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bernard. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because the running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Runs pinch again. I just fucking hate this guy. Like, get him out
The
of the league.
Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Bernard. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time... Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Oh, it's going to be a stretch. Oh, fake them.
Luck on first down. A deep ball for Dotson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Doxson, 68 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ronald Jones, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, Mexico. Switch.
To throw is Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
52. Hey, Foxtrot. Go. Watch the screen. Mike 52.
On 1st down, it's Duncan. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about
3 yards in a cloud of dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down. Bernard going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air on second down. Bernard flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. The 13-yard line. Let's go, D, let's go.
On second down now, it's Duncan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Luck now to throw. Complete. Smith has it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
57. Mike, 57. We don't want this. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got one. I got one.
Now Luck. It's hauled in by Doxson. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Luck. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now it's Luck. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Bernard going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Take it at the 37. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15. He goes.
Let's go. Junior. A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Wide motion, wide motion.
Now Cook. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Bernard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Jones. And even 70 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, punk.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Check 3. Check it up.
Looking to throw. Bernard to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. On 1st down, it's Duncan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 3-yard line.
Check out. 674. Push him back. Push him back.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, watch this. Hurry, hurry!
They run it again with Cook. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Jones, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Minnesota, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week.